Happy 2018, everybody. We are still the brothers Murph, and as far as I can tell, tragedy has not befallen this year yet. But there is literally so much time left.
Yeah, we got like at least 20 more days of this year. This was like, I don't know, we played a lot of new games this year, so we wanted to do our best of 2017 because we did. I mean, this is our biggest year in gaming ever. Taking away all this stuff, just in terms of like playing new games and stuff like, this is just the biggest. We played a lot of new games this year.
New and old.
Yeah, we realized that we have to start marking down when we play new games because like we're trying to like, what did we play this year? And we have no idea.
I'm curious, for all y'all out there, leave a comment below if you have a clever method. Is it just BGG, or do you write things down somewhere? Is there an app for this? Because just as you play more and more board games, you might play one just one time. I mean, things are already slipping through the cracks.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is going to be our best of 2017. Now, this is games that came out in 2017. Not the best games we played in 2017, because that's like...
there's a link in the comment below for that. In the description. There's a link for our best of all time. Is that what we're talking about?
Oh, yeah, sure.
These are only games that came out in 2017, but you should watch that video as well.
Some of these are on that. But, for the most part, a couple, but... So, yeah. So that's it. No need to, like, dilly-dally on the dilly-dilliness.
The dilly-dangles.
Let's get to it with number
Diz.
10. All right. I know what everyone's thinking. Illegal.
But
purple sticky punch. I don't care. I understand.
We're the king of quoting movies that everyone has forgotten about. We're the only ones, man. We're the only people quoting that.
I love it.
If you know that quote, throw it down because you're a good person. One of the good ones.
What's number 10, Mike? Right as you take a sip of cafe.
Number 10 is Clank in space. Space.
Yes, I know. It's kind of it's not a cop-out. I know it's a very similar game to Clank.
It's still new.
It's new.
That's the only qualifier.
And that's why it's 10. That's because it's his favorite game of all time. It was my 9. So
I feel like you're about to say something very offensive.
No, not at all.
Up to be very
not
angry.
at all. Just I feel like people will be like, oh, you already played Clank on your top. I'm like, no, this is different. So
we've already established very awkwardly that this is not our best of all time. These are best games that came out in 2017, and it is a standalone game. There's nothing on here that's just an expansion for a game. They're all standalone games, so it's totally legal.
Yeah, I really liked it. Clank in Space is just Clank, but it's in space. There's some slight differences. It's not tons different.
Slightly modular board.
Yeah, modular board. I do. That's the main thing I like. The sci-fi over fantasy theme, I could really take either. I probably lean a little heavier towards fantasy. But the modular board and then really the fan service with the cards, just take this one up there for
Regular Clank, which, as you know, I love, is like... has a fun tone and everything, but it's sort of like fantasy. This one, every card pretty much is a parody or an homage to something specific from sci-fi, and it kind of makes me wish they'd done that with Clank.
I agree.
I still think, at least as of now, we've only played Clank in Space once, but it was quite good. But probably at least for now, Clank is still higher than Clank in Space.
For me too, a little bit, but
that
I feel
might
like
change
with more plays because of the modular board. I feel like it'll surpass. But even though it's Clank, I love it. You know,
super fun.
It's like
it's all the good stuff from Clank with a couple of I think improvements even on it, and I hope to see more support for it in the future.
I'm curious if they're going to come out with expansions for both games now, or if they're going to drop one and just do the other one. I'm curious. I don't know.
I feel like both, because you could always just create more boards and a handful of cards.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's easy, but we'll see.
We'll see.
That's number 10. This is number 9.
Alrighty, number 9 is a game that... It's a kind of genre of games that I don't generally gravitate to, and I don't think you do too much either, but number 9 is Santorini.
We go down to Santorini.
The Italian now?
We go to Santorini.
That's how Greek people sound.
What is it about the Mediterranean salt air that makes their voice so
I
good?
don't know, man. It's just good.
We're alienating all of Greece now.
Yeah, all of it. Our huge Greek audience.
Santorini, and yeah, this isn't the abstract games are not typically we go because we're not very much with the brains.
True.
We're more like, hey, there's a monster there, you're gonna fight him now. Not like you're gonna play your next 15 moves and you're gonna put a dome on top of that building and then you're gonna block it and you're gonna stand on top of that one. That's very specific Santorini stuff because I've played it.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I really
fun.
like it. It's the board helps. It's just so pretty.
Yeah.
But the game itself is like there's a ton of strategy. It's
Yeah.
tough, man. It's a
Even just the base game with none of the power-ups.
yeah, and the power-ups really take it to the next level because you get like 50 of them, and then you're
So
always
many.
just switching them in and out. And and it just makes you think so much more.
For anyone who hasn't played Santorini, the power-ups are just different Greek gods, basically. And they give you a way that you can move that the other player can't. They give you a different win condition that the other player won't have. And there's cool, because there's kind of like from more basic to pretty advanced, which we have not played with the really advanced ones. So you just basically shuffle up and randomly deal out 2 gods, and then now you have a different maybe strategy to play, and that to me makes the replayability infinite.
Yeah, because the combination of gods is just like a lot of different combinations you could potentially have. And then they came out with an expansion for it too, which is more just gods and stuff. And I'm just like,
That's all you need.
Like, yeah, that game, Santorini can get it. It's gorgeous. It's super fun. It's really thinky.
Yeah.
It's just one of those games where I'm like, man, you pull that out, everyone's just like, what is that? Like, what is that? And you're like, and it's super simple. Again, takes 2 seconds to explain that game. You
Move a person, build a thing.
You move a build. You move a build. And that's it. And it's just like, man, hell of a design. I mean, really.
Soup's good. Y'all should try out Santorini.
Also, go to Santorini. I've been there. It's beautiful. It looks exactly like that.
like this.
You need to go to Santorini.
No. I was on a Greek island, and then the day I left, I realized I was on a different Greek island than I thought I was on.
Yeah. They were very
So that shows the level that I operate on.
It's true. How long were you there?
For 4 days.
Yeah. Didn't know for 4 days. He was on the wrong island.
It was lovely, though. I ate dinner on a beach with cats. True story.
Fair.
All right. Number 8. Sometimes you gotta scare him with it. I think I have to get a little nearer to the camera. No, it's too near. I'm going to get far from the camera. And then in the shot, I will have been near and far.
I was reading the list the wrong way.
Our number 8. Near and far. Jesus, New Year is rough.
Near. Okay.
Near and Far is our number 8.
Yeah!
Yes, it's a pseudo sequel to Above and Below.
Truth.
A Ryan Lockett product. Which is like, you're a baller if like there's a Ryan Lockett joint because he is all of it.
Yeah.
He's the designer,
Everything.
the artist, the world builder, the architect. I said a lot of things are basically one same thing.
Yeah.
But
he does everything.
Ryan Lockett, great gent, and has made an awesome game. So Near and Far is like an adventure story type game.
Yep.
Where I think there's like 11 maps. This one's kind of like sort of campaigny. It's not legacy, but it's
a
on the
campaign
way.
game. Yeah,
It's on the way. It's a campaign game. So you're going through all these different maps on the way to kind of these like lost ruins is the final one. That's not a spoiler or anything, but I hope not. And you're playing through these different maps, and they have this whole book that the different pages are the different maps, and you play on them, and then there's story elements based on where you are, which map you're on. And it's just super fun. It takes Above and Below, which we quite enjoyed because of those storytelling elements, and it fully invests in the kind of story where like the whole thing you're doing is working through a story, whereas Above and Below was kind of a worker placement game with some story stuff to it, which for us we really like. For some people are kind of like, it just seems tossed in.
Yeah, because the stories are all random. You literally just roll die and you read a story. So like, it could be anything. Yeah. And I like Above and Below, particularly it's like a teaching game. It just because people maybe who aren't as into heavier games, Above and Below is a great like pretty simple worker placement game in terms of worker placement. Yeah. And then the storytelling elements people really, really like.
It's like a fun distraction.
Near and Far is like just boom above it. It really is because the story makes sense. You're going to this part of the map, and the story is for that part of the map.
You're underground in this cave, so you have this story now.
Yeah, and it's just, and then on top of that, you're in town. You have to like get supplies and then go into the world, and then try to like go as far as you can before you have to go back to town. It's an interesting balance.
Stock up, sort of.
And yeah, I mean, it's just cool. It is awesome.
Yeah,
I really like. I love the stories. I love the mechanics of the game. And yeah, I'm just excited to play more. I'm excited to get farther in the campaign. This is a game where I'm always like, oh, I am so pumped to keep playing this.
Yeah, and it's a cool little thing that they do is all of the little characters that you can recruit in near and far. The flip side of them are a way that they can be used in Above and Below to add kind of an extra element to Above and Below. We haven't done that yet, but it's really cool that they think of like trying to keep the world continuous and stuff like that.
Totally.
Really neat. That is Near and Far.
On to number slamming.
Look, it's linked slamming.
All right, number 7 is a game. The first time I saw it, I was just like, girl.
You about to get played?
I mean, talk about pretty. Oh my gosh, this game is so gorgeous. And then I was just like, I'm playing this game. And it turns out to be such a great, like, simple, like, gateway-y game.
I know.
That game is Sagrada.
Sagrada.
Oh my gosh, this game. I love it. Just, you're building a stained glass window. I love stained glass windows.
Yeah.
I love them. I honestly think it's the art form that is the most underused in the whole world.
It's kind of a forgotten about thing.
Well, it's
not
almost
used.
always religious.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like, it's always in churches and stuff, and cathedrals and stuff. But I'm like, why don't more people do, like, stained glass artwork? Like, you think more, and it just, I love it, love it, love it. It's just all about building stained glass windows, and you have these beautiful, translucent, colorful die, and you're trying to build your window, but it's kind of like Sudoku, where you can't have the same color next to each other, or you can't have the same value next to each other.
There are all these colored dice, and so you have to build out this grid. It's I think 5x5, and you're trying to make sure you don't have two of the exact same thing right next to each other orthogonally.
Yeah,
and then there's also like little objectives like, oh, you want to try to have whole rows where none of the numbers are the same, whole columns where none of the colors are the same. So it gives like a little extra stuff to consider. And the cool thing about it is it's very simple to understand. It's just a dice drafting game. And there's all these little boards, basically, these different like patterns.
Schematics,
different schematics where you're like, here's your board.
Give my schematics.
Let me consult the blue pages.
Nerds.
The blue pages, I said. It's just a show. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Where are those blue pages? Now that's been derailed, the cool thing is you have different kind of schematics, and you can choose how hard or easy you want to make it.
Yeah.
There's benefits to choosing a harder one. But also it's maybe going to be harder to complete. So it makes it really easy for anybody who wants to play. You're like, oh, this is a new game. Just choose that one. It's not going to be that difficult in terms of like things that restrict what dice you can put where. But it doesn't make it so that person's not going to be able to win now. And it doesn't make it harder necessarily for me to win. It's a great game to teach to anybody.
Yeah, we don't have it because it's always sold out everywhere.
Just show
But
up.
it's one of the things like this is, I want to get real quick because this is a killer gateway game. I mean, killer. Be like, look at what board games do. Look how pretty and weird and cool they are. And it's just like,
there you go. That is Sagrada.
All right.
It's going down for real with number 6 going down for real. Sicky.
Oh, that's the beat. I was like, ah,
66. And our number 6 is a racing game and a gambling game. And it's very fun the way that it pairs the two together. Our number 6 is a game called
Camel Up.
Yup.
Is there bidding in that? I don't know.
Probably.
What is it, Mike?
It's actually Downforce by
like,
Restoration
It's going
Games.
down for real.
Oh, it's going down, Force Real.
That's
why I was. God, we're on it.
I was doing a little foreshadowing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
I did not pick up on
Downforce rules.
Downforce does rule. We played this at a convention. We played it, I think, at the full player count, and it was just very fun. Played it with strangers, and it went over huge. Yeah. It's a game where you're kind of doing like a Formula One race.
Yeah.
And you have your little race cards, and you have all these cards. You're each given a hand of pretty much the exact, or I think the exact same cards. And it's up to you to decide kind of when you're going to play which cards. And on the cards, they have all these different colors. Sometimes there's fewer, sometimes there's more, and have a number. And if it's red, you're going to move the red card forward the number of spaces, and then the yellow card and stuff. So you're having to move a lot of times your opponent's cars, your car as well, and so you're trying to like choose it so that your car gets out in front. You make everyone kind of stick around and block each other behind you, and win the race. But there's also a betting mechanic which goes like, there's basically several points in the
yeah, so the betting, this is what I really like about it, is because racing games are kind of like, I'm always like, because like if you're just losing and you know you're gonna lose, that just sucks.
Could be, yeah.
But this is great because you're throughout the race 3 separate times you're gonna bet on who you think is gonna win. You do not need to bet on yourself.
No.
If you are way behind, you probably should not bet on yourself. And then you're gonna get a certain amount of money at the end of the race based on how you bet. You get a certain amount of money for the place that your car.
So you still want to do well.
You still want to do well because the place your car gets in the race. But then if you are right about your bets, you'll also get a certain amount of money. And at the end of the game, whoever has the most money is the one who wins. Yeah. So even if you are just, man, you suck at racing. You are just getting bottlenecked out. You're just slamming in the guardrail.
Just out the car. Well, how do I get into second gear? I don't.
Is this stick shift?
What is
this stick shift? You know, if you're doing that kind of stuff, which is fair. If you bet well, you can do well. Especially this one in betting games tends to bet very well. I think you won because you played it twice in a row, and I think you won both games. Or at least you won one.
I think I was won for sure, and I think I was second place if I didn't win the second
game. And it's just, gosh, the betting mechanics. And then there's 2 sides to the map. They also just came out with the expansion. They're about to come out with the expansion as of right now, which is just another map and more cards, because everyone also gets a teeny bit of a special ability. It's not huge, but a little special ability. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is a game that's like, you can expand this forever. Just keep making new tracks and keep coming out with new powers.
Yeah.
And that's all you need. And it's a perfect game. I mean, it's just, Restoration Games murdered this one. And it's just, God, it's so good.
Yeah, and one thing that's really cool about the whole betting mechanic is, again, the cards, oftentimes you're moving other players. So you can kind of build an alliance to be like, I'm going to help out Orange because I bet on Orange and I'm going to make sure they get across first. It's too late for me, but I'm going to come up big on money if I make Orange win. So it becomes really interesting about which cards you play when and how you move different cards, and you're kind of making friends, making enemies at the same time. Really cool.
It's great. Oh, so good.
That's Downforce.
All right, on to number 5.
Stay alive with 5. Our number 5 is what?
Codenames Duet.
Codenames.
Do it. Codenames. Do it. Codenames Duet. I like Codenames.
It's great.
Codenames is fun.
It's great. Fun.
Codenames. I keep saying this. I'm going to keep saying Codenames is fun with 6 people exactly.
6 is so solid. 8 if you must.
6 people exactly. 8 if you must, but 6 people exactly. Codenames is great. Codenames Pictures is great. And I heard there's kind of a 2-player cooperative version of Codenames. And I was so excited because I usually play games with this guy. And I'm just like, man, I would really like to be able to play this 2-player. And you can play Codenames 2-player, but like, And then it's cooperative and it's like super tough. And man, I was like insta-get. Yeah. And we played it. And oh my gosh, I love this game. Fun. It's such a simple game that I feel like it's so weird that it's this high. But man, I love it. Like, I just love it so much.
Well, it's so fun because you can make it... It's really fun for us to play because we have a lifetime of experience with each other. At the beginning of this video, we did a very specific reference to a very specific movie, and we totally know what's going on. So if you're operating at that level with somebody, a game like Codenames Duet can go over huge because you can drop a specific reference, and someone's just like, oh, that definitely means Titanic, the desert, cowboy, and like Swiss cheese. Now, obviously, that's what you're getting at.
It's great. Right. There's also a bit of a campaign mode where you're going all over the world, I guess is the theme of it. Being
spies and whatnot.
Being spies and stuff. But each city that you go to, all the cities are connected to each other. Each city you go to, the the makeup is different. You have to get it done in like 10 rounds instead of 9 rounds, or like 8 rounds instead of 9 rounds. And you can only make this amount of mistakes or something like that. And it changes it where there's ones that are like relatively easy-ish, but then ones that are like, I don't know, we haven't gotten to them yet, but I do not know how you are going to have it's going to have to be a perfect storm, you know? Yeah. And it's like, and it's tough, man. We try some hard ones, and again, we're very in sync, and it's tough. And it's
super
making it
hard.
so fun, because now we're like, okay, let's go to Madrid. Madrid's going to be tough, man. Madrid's, you know,
gonna hurt.
It's going to be rough. And so I love it. I mean, every time we play it, I like it more.
Yeah. That's Codenames Duet.
Now on to number 4.
Get it.
Snow White, ridiculous. How does this stop someone from sneezing?
Dude, that's just, you know what that is?
Sneeze, he's always like, oh, and there's like, he's like, oh.
You know what that is?
What does that mean?
You know what that is? That's
Cocaine?
lack of wicked cocaine addiction.
What were you going to say?
Lack of consent. Someone just stepping. If I go like this and do this to somebody on the subway, I'm getting arrested, and I should. Are you kidding me? Someone's going to sneeze. Someone's like, oh, no. People like, get out of my nostril.
Thank you, kind sir. Thank you.
I'm going to sneeze on your finger and then press charges.
Think of that. You're going to get that full sneeze right here. That would suck.
Insta-flu. Insta-flu. You got any sort of open wound on your finger, you're dead. You're dead, straight up.
What's our number 4?
Speaking of that, our number 4 is viral. Yeah, speaking of illnesses.
Yeah.
Just took that moment to pick bones with Snow White. Viral is our number 4. This was this your number 1? No, this was high on your list.
Number of all time?
Yeah.
10. It was 10 for me.
Was it higher on mine? Doesn't matter. Viral is wicked fun.
Yeah.
It's super cool. Area control. And the theme and the way that it all comes down, I can't stress how important that is, because area control, I have to... I can't even...
Be in the mood?
Yeah. I have to be in the mood, or it has to be a good game. There's certain things like Small World, which works because of the theme and all of that. And this is another one where the theme and everything makes the area control really work for me.
Yes.
If it's not going to be a theme I enjoy, area control is not going to work for me. But this one totally does.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way, because neither of us are really, like, combative players, and area control by its nature is you are conquering each other and fighting each other. And for the most part, I'm not super into that kind of game. And so, but this one, especially because this one is like me, man, you're just like taking each other, just killing each other, and then like moving people out of organs. But it's just, again, I don't know what it is. This game, I feel like it's just going to keep climbing the ranks for me, because the theme, the look of it, yeah. Like, it's amazing what that can do. Like, and it's just, and just everything makes sense, and the way you're moving around and all the events that are happening, and like, you're getting too strong, so then the scientists discover you, and then they just like wipe out all of your disease. Cool. And that's the thing, because if you're doing, there's no runaway leader, because the second you starting to do really good, the scientists will come and just wipe you out of the whole body, and you can do things to protect yourself to a degree. But it's just got such a good balance, such a good look, such a good theme. Every time I play it, again, this is one of those games, I think about this game all the time. Yeah. I'm always just like, man, I'm in the middle of work. It's like, I wish I could play Viral right now. Just like, I love this game.
It's awesome. Love this game. And cannot wait for the expansion, the anus.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously, that's what's missing. Number 3.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Right now.
Number 3 is we're doing a bit of a one of these. We're doing a combine, a mash up.
We're gonna cram 2 games together.
Mash it up. We're gonna mash 2 games together because they're different games, but they're similar in a lot of different ways, and I like them about equally personally.
You can literally put them together.
Indeed, that is King/Queen Domino.
Bang. The Dominoes.
The Dominoes.
Have you had the Dominoes over dinner?
Have you eaten Dominoes while playing Dominoes?
Oh, why haven't we done that? We should do that tonight.
We should do that tonight. Oh, that's a good point. Ooh,
it's the new year. We shouldn't have pizza anymore.
Yeah, that's right. New year, new me. Okay. But yeah, Queen King Domino, I really love. I still probably, if I had to edge them out, probably King Domino sells a bit of an edge just because it's so quick, it's so easy. But this game, again, as a gateway game, being like, hey, take 5 minutes to teach this, and then you can play. So good. I mean, and just true. it's just dominoes, and it's just there's something about these games, the accessibility, it's just elegant and easy, and I just love it. And then Queen Domino is just takes it further, and I love both so much. I don't really have much else to say. I mean, it won the Spiel des Jahres. I get it.
Should have.
I get it. Honestly, I totally do.
I know some people get and there's different categories for the Spiel des Jahres, but if I'm just gonna very quickly hop on it, everyone. A lot of times the Spiel des Jahres winner is a very simple game.
Yeah, they're easy.
And I know some people maybe take issue with that. And I'm like, you know what? Those games should win because those games are the most likely to promote the hobby to non-gamers. And that should be one of the most important things in considering. And overall, and the Spiel des Jahres is a general thing, and there's different categories, but I feel like
I agree.
The big guy should be the one that's like, what's going to get more gamers?
Yeah. Also, they have the Kennerspiel, which is like the strategy.
Exactly.
Game. So it's like to me, it's like
that's why
whatever.
I don't mind. Everyone's just like, really Hanabi, and I'm like, yeah, I've taught Hanabi to so many people.
Yeah,
and stuff.
It's true. But yeah, Queen Domino. I mean, just going off that, anymore. I mean, it's just
fun, simple, great,
so
still fun to explore. Queen Domino adds enough for us gamer folk to still chomp on and whatnot while being easy for other people. So I love them. Happy to have them way up there on my top 10.
Oh yeah,
on our top 10.
Oh yeah.
Let's get to number 2. This is number 2. We've done 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I think it's time for a 7th continent.
I was like, where are you going with this?
I don't know. I lost confidence halfway through. 7 continents. So number 2.
7th.
Exciting. We've only played through one curse. Holy smokes!
That was what do you think? 30 hours or so?
It was
over 20 for sure.
That is a hell of a way to welcome someone into a game by giving them. And I know we've seen like board game things where people are just like, I gave up on the Voracious Goddess, which is the suggested first curse to tackle. You can do whatever, to be honest. But great game. So I personally haven't played something like this before, where it's just they're all cards. It's very simple. Everything's cards. The map is cards. You have cards in your hand. You have to discard cards to do actions. You can use the cards as items. It's just cards. But it's like choose your own adventure because you have this curse you're trying to lift. There is very little information about how to lift that curse. So you just have to start wandering through jungle and through water to try to stumble into something.
Yeah, this is a game where it's like
so cool.
When we finally beat that curse, I was literally standing in the kitchen going, yes, and like not in a joke. I was so pumped because the curse is long, the first one, and there was multiple times where we thought we had it done, only to find out that we hadn't gotten something, and then we finally got that thing. Went back, turns out we needed something else. And it was just like, oh my... And it was one thing, there were times where it was frustrating, but it wasn't frustrating like, I don't want to play this anymore. It was frustrating where like, I want to beat this. I want to keep going. It was so motivating. And man, and we haven't played it in a while, in a couple of months, because like, after that, I was just like, I need a break for a second.
I can't jump into the next.
But I'm getting back where I'm like, I'm ready to get back in this world, because it's so, you see so much of the world in the Voracious Goddess, and I think they do that on purpose.
Yeah.
But then it's like, there's all these things you're probably passing by because you have no idea
that they're relevant.
That they are relevant to this other curse, and it's just like, I honestly cannot imagine having to design this damn thing.
I don't know where you'd even begin, and because again, as you're passing through, we're doing this first curse. You're passing things that clearly pertain to something.
Yes,
it has no relevance to you. Yeah, but I'm like, so they had to design the map cards with at least X amount of curses in mind to begin. That's crazy.
That's nuts.
No wonder it took them a while to build.
Yeah, I mean, it is so good.
Yeah,
it's one of the things. Yeah, once you know a curse, that curse is done. People are like, oh, replayability. I'm like, that curse alone. Again, we played this game for over probably 25 hours. I'd say as a whole. That's more than we played most of the games on this wall.
Yeah, we haven't.
Even games we played a lot of, we probably haven't played for 25 hours.
Yeah, and
it's just like, and there's still like 5 other curses in that box. I also backed the expansion on Kickstarter, which is gonna give us like 4 more curses. Like, that is enough. You do not need more.
Long time
oh my
on this
gosh.
game. And that's what it comes down to is value. Yeah. Some games are more expensive than others. Some games are cheaper. We tend to buy games that are on the cheaper side because, it's a reality thing. But sometimes you back something that's bigger or you buy something that's bigger. But if it's packed full of value, that's all that matters. If it's $100, but you get 100 hours of gameplay out of it, it's $1 per hour. What else can you do for $1 for an hour? Nothing. You can't even chew gum. Okay, I'm just saying.
You can't. It's gonna suck after 10 minutes, though.
Yeah. So anyway, Seventh Continent. I'm getting excited to start exploring again.
Oh yeah, I'm so curious. I'm like, where are we even gonna go? That's the thing, because going back. By the like, once you're like going through multiple runs, you know where you need to go. It's like, dude, we're going to start over again and have no idea where we need to go. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm so
we're gonna have to hope
dreading
that we remember
/ excited for that because man, woo! Seventh Continent number 2. Let's go on to number 1.
Get at it. Start the drums. When you do that stuff, I'm on your drum. Guy riding the cymbal. Okay.
2017 was a good year as a whole. I feel like
there was some things that were great, and board games was certainly one of them.
Most things weren't great,
but
board games were awesome this year.
All over board gaming, and then our part of it was super.
This year was great,
so we'll keep that going.
But man, our number 1 is a new game.
There has to be a number 1.
A new game.
There can't be a number 2.
No, it's gotta be number 1.
If it's number 1, there's only be one number 1. I'm hyping you up. I'm trying to pump you up. What's your number 1, dude?
Our number 1 is new. It is Dinosaur Island.
Oh my god. It's got flavor, yeah. It's got flavor, yeah. It's a game with so much theme. Oh.
We were talking about this last night.
Ooh.
Take away the theme. Take away the graphic design, all of which I love so much. I might poo. Take away all that. It's just taupe, and it's just a worker placement game. The game itself is so good.
Yeah.
And it's exactly the kind of worker placement game I love, where it's like you're doing this so that you can do this to do this to do this to make this dinosaur. That's why I love viticulture so much, because again, we talked about this. You're planting this vine so you can harvest your field to make this grape that you can turn into this wine to fill this order.
Yep.
It's like that.
100%.
And I love it. And then you add in the crazy like 90s graphic design. Everything's neon. I love it. And then it's just Jurassic Park. And I'm just like... And then everything is so thematic, and it's just, this game is, this game's going to climb. Yeah. This game's going to climb, I'll tell you right now. It is going to, I'm almost guaranteeing it's in my top 10 next year.
Yeah.
And Brand, we just got it like a couple weeks ago, and it's so good. Oh my gosh. I don't know.
It's excellent. Ditto to everything he said. The graphic, okay, just talking really briefly, Jurassic Park is the first significant movie experience I can remember. It changed my life. It sparked an interest in movies and cinema and acting and all that, which is definitely part of why I am where I am. True. So Jurassic Park is a very important film for many of us kids who grew up in the 90s.
Yeah.
And now we have that. It is so aware of what it is.
Yes.
The parodies and things, all of it is so good. Like, I just can't imagine a better game for someone my age specifically, from 28 to 30.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all I can say about it. It's like Jurassic Park is so important to me, and this game treats it in a fun way.
But again, it's not just being like, oh, we're going to make a game about dinosaurs. That's why I said take away the theme. The game is so good. And like, hard, man. You got like, oh man, I need this DNA to get... And it's just,
it is no cheap money grab.
No, not at all. And then on top of that, they have modules for like a short game or a medium game or a long game. So you can play a short game as a teaching game, medium game. We still haven't played a long game. I'm sure a long game is like longer, but it's just like we played only at 2. I want to play at other player counts. It just looks great. I know they're probably going to expand the hell out of this game.
They should.
I don't, it's our number 1 hardcore. I mean, Seventh Continent's great, but Dino Island, especially after the last time we played it, I'm like, oh yeah, it's number 1.
It's so good. That's off 3 plays.
Yeah.
3.
It really is. It's that good. It's a game that like I want to play all the time.
I want to teach it to everybody, anyone who grew up in the 90s, anyone who appreciates Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, dinosaurs, whatever.
Yeah.
Like you'll get a kick out of this. It's so fun.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely
so
earned
happy
its number one
this game
spot.
Exists.
Yeah,
Like,
me too. And I hadn't even seen the graphic design or anything until we got it. And I
Yeah.
was just like, oh my god, it's 90s heaven. We got Pogs with it. Pogs. If you're from the 90s, you know Pogs. Holy
the
hell.
first player token is a slap bracelet.
Oh! I appreciate that so hard.
Now,
Oh my
now
gosh.
we have the deluxe version because we backed on Kickstarter. I don't think all that comes with the regular version, but I'm pretty sure you can buy the deluxe version. If you like worker placement, if you love Jurassic Park, my God,
Holy
get this game. Get this game. Panosaurus killed it.
Yeah.
Oh,
That is our top 10 games of 2017, meaning games that came out in 2017. Again, you can check out our top 10 or top 25 games of all time on our channel and in the description below. We're going to get out of here. But check us out on social media, folks. 2018, we're so excited for. We cannot...
so much is coming.
There's so much coming. Oh, I can't wait.
We're trying to come into 2018 hot.
Hot!
And speaking of 2017, thank you everyone for supporting us. I mean, we came in April. We've only been doing this since April, and it's been
A whirlwind.
unfreaking real, and it's been amazing.
Yeah, it's been awesome, and we're so excited to just grind it out harder for y'all in 2018 and really try to step up our game big time. So your support means so much. There's been so many amazing gestures by people out there, and like they're not lost on us. I hope that we continue to do a good job of acknowledging each one specifically. So thank you.
Clap on it.
And we can
Acknowledge that.
we like what you do and want you to continue. Anyway, blew up our mic. We can't wait, though. We can't wait. So check us out on social media. We're going to be streaming a bunch this year. We're going to be tweeting a bunch this year. Facebook. You know, the things that people use. But not Snapchat.
No, we don't Snapchat. It's unnecessary.
Piss on you, Snapchat. I mean, it's fine. Whatever.
I'm not going to use it.
No.
So until next time, I've been Nick Murphy.
I've been Mike Ole Murphy. Actor in 2018 and beyond.
We're the Brothers Murph.
Headshots available
People can buy
upon
them?
request.
So yeah, that's us. This is our best of 2017.
Bang.
Have a good year. Let us know your best of 2017 in the comments down below. We'd love to hear it.
And Happy New Year. Because it's 2018.
It is.
Happy trying to remember to make an 8 not a 7.
Oh
Going
my
to be a lot of hybrid numbers for the first few weeks
It's gonna
here.
be the worst week.
Good luck. We'll see you on the next video time.